Welcome, YouTube.
No, not yet, not yet.
Oh.
All right, here we go. 3, 2. Welcome, everybody, to Small Talk Tuesday. It's also Tiny Talk
Also,
Tuesday.
Tiny Tuesday.
Yes, Tiny Tuesday. Listen, we are talking today about your betta fish. Almost everybody has a betta fish at one point in their life.
Yes.
I
It's
mean,
a kind of a different subject for us.
Different
too.
subject.
A little bit different
and,
audience, but
Yeah, I mean, everybody really deserves a mansion.
yes.
I mean, we all strive to want to have a big house, nice yard, nice things, you know,
The
nice
American
landscaping.
dream.
Yeah, the American dream.
Why not give it to your betta fish?
Exactly. Your betta fish deserves this.
Yes.
Guys, stay tuned. We're going to build live here, right now, a Betta Fish Mansion. Stay tuned. Welcome back. Listen, before we get started, Aquashella is this weekend, Rich. So they're
Yes.
going to have freshwater.
I'm looking forward to it.
They're going to have freshwater tanks set up at Aquashella. So definitely, if you're in the Chicago area, check that out. But today, we're talking about betta fish, also known as Siamese fighting fish. One of my favorites. They come in so many different varieties. And you see, mostly you see them with the little tiny small tanks, little
Yeah, a little bowl or something
bowls.
like that.
Yeah, you know, and everybody kind of has one of these at their desk, at their office, or in their kitchen at home on the windowsill or something. But now I think it's time to step it up.
To up the standard,
Up
right?
the standard for the betta fish,
Give your betta fish a mansion.
a mansion. And what have we chosen today but the 7-gallon cube?
That is a mansion for a
hot.
betta fish.
Look at this tank here, guys. The 7-gallon. This tank is, if you can see, about 12 inches by 12 inches, 12 inches high. Perfect tank for a mansion. So, and why, Rich, would a Waterbox 7 cube be better than a little bowl?
Well, there's a number of reasons. Our filtration is built into the back, which is going to give them, you know, a more stable environment to live in. It's going to keep them healthier for a longer period of time. It's going to keep the water clean.
Yeah,
You're going to need to do is
oxygenated. Yeah.
oxygenated because there's a pump already built into it. It's got the carbon. It's got the biomedia.
Yeah.
It's going to give them a much more stable home to live in. Which, if you're investing in a fish, I think you should invest in his environment, his home.
Of course. So as I said, it's very exciting. I love setting up tanks. We went to the local store and picked up some goodies to help decorate the landscaping and pick out the house for this wonderful guy. We should also, we want you to share the stream as well, comment below. We also need to name this fish. So if you have any ideas for the name of the betta fish, let's go ahead and name this guy so that we can.
Yeah, put in the comments below, guys. What do you want us to name this fish?
He's kind of like a red double tail. I mean, he's a really nice fish.
Yeah.
Really nice. Also, like us on Facebook. You'll see the numbers here. They'll keep turning every couple minutes. We're trying to get to 1 million likes.
Make sure to share the stream, as I'm doing right now as
Yes,
well. Tell your
please do.
friends.
So I went ahead and got all this stuff. So I should preface this. We spent total with the tank and everything just under $150 to get a betta mansion together. So, I mean, this is a really, really great thing. So the tank includes the pump, the filtration, the decorations, the food, the fish, everything we need, the gravel, was all purchased for right around 150 bucks. So this is a really, really great, it's also great for presents, gifts, you know, at Christmas time, birthday present. I mean,
Let's reiterate though, for 150 bucks, this tank retails for $89.99 on waterboxaquariums.com, right? So you're getting a 7-gallon cube that's all Starfire glass.
yeah.
You're getting the
Starfire,
pump.
yeah.
You're getting the filtration media. You're getting a full glass overflow. It just doesn't include the light. You need to go out and buy a light. You can get a light on Amazon for 15 bucks. That's
Yeah,
Plenty appropriate for a beta fish.
Clip-on light, you know, a little book light or something like that. But yeah, so we're gonna build this thing. I'm gonna go ahead and get started, Rich. I've got actually this Pagoda. Look at this cool thing. I mean, this is hot, man.
That's a really cool.
Sick. Look at this little house.
They do such a great job with these little decorations for these freshwater tanks.
Yeah. So we're gonna sit this guy right here in the middle because it looks really cool like that. See that? Man, look at this. This is turning out awesome. Then we got this little grass here. I don't know if you can see this. Cool. It comes on these rocks. You know, that's another thing that the plants now, you can get the plastic ones that have a plastic base, but the ones that have the rocks built into them, I kind of like them a little bit better. It kind of weights them down.
Yeah, keeps them from floating to the top.
It looks a little more
keeps
natural.
them planted where they need to stay.
Yeah, a little more natural going there. And then I also got this little Pagoda. Look at this little guy. He's hot, man. Very zen. So we're gonna go ahead and put this little guy up here in the front. Looks very, very cool. And then also I got this tall plant. It's got some more color to it. There's some red.
Yeah, definitely add some nice pop to the tank. I like how it's actually gonna stick out of the tank. Kind of gives it a little bit of depth.
Yeah, we're actually gonna make it stick out of the tank a little bit. Looks really cool. So you got this nice little thing here.
Say hey to Ken, hey to Kaylee. Heather, your wife's watching.
Yay, here we go now. Watch now.
Erica just joined us.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add the grout. So let me do that. We picked a gravel color. It's called like Aztec Gold. I don't know if you can see this or not. But yeah, it's like a goldish brown color.
What they call it, Aztec Gold, you
Aztec Gold, yeah. Now I pre-rinse this gravel, Rich, so that not all the
tank
dust
doesn't
off
get
it.
cloudy and things like that.
Yeah, some of these has like some dust in it, you know, so we're trying to keep that nice and clean.
For those of you just joining us, we're building what we're calling a Betta Fish Mansion here on Facebook and YouTube. So,
Live.
Yeah, live. This is all live, unscripted. We're just setting this tank up for you. We're kind of showing you a different kind of setup that you can do with the Waterbox Cubes. It doesn't have to be a reef aquarium. As you can see, a 7-gallon aquarium can be used as a betta fish tank. And you want to talk about a really nice home for a betta fish? Doesn't get any better than that, Dean.
Dude, this is awesome. I mean, if I was a betta fish, I would love to be in this house.
By the way, this is going to go on my desk. So when we're done with this is definitely going in my office.
Here we go.
So again, if you guys have any questions, post them in the comments below. We're live on YouTube and Facebook.
That should be
we're also looking for you viewers to name the fish. So give us a name for the fish.
Exactly. So here we go. I think that looks pretty good, Rich. I mean, what do you think? Looks nice. Now also the water box comes with the pump already built in. It comes with some sponge, some carbon, some bio balls. So it helps oxygenate the water. This is also solid glass. The back of this, guys, you can see where these teeth are. What happens is the water is going to flow into these teeth, go through this first chamber, and there's baffles, and it's going to go down and up and runs through the filter to the pump and back out again. Also, you'll see the laser etched logo here inside the glass. That's how you know it's a water box, everybody.
That's how you know you're part of the Waterbox family.
Exactly, exactly. So,
Kaylee says, how about we name the fish Zen, since you're doing a Zen garden? I like that. Kenny says, this is awesome. You're right, Kenny, it is.
yes.
Shout out to Mike. He says it's overkill for a betta. Hey,
listen, man,
it's a Betta Fish Mansion, man.
Listen, this is like, you know, if this betta fish was a millionaire, I guarantee this is where he want to be. This is what I'm talking about.
Ken Brown's asking, can he put 5 betta fish in there together? That's a loaded question.
Loaded. I would say no. Listen, when you put 2 males together, they fight. That's why they call them Siamese fighting fish, because the males, man, they puff up, not good. Now, you could put a male and a female together if you wanted. And also you could put some other tropical fish go with a betta as well. People think betta has to be by himself. Well, when you have a tank like this, it has filtration. You can put a little heater in there. Now you open up the world to some more possibilities.
Amanda actually made a good comment here. She said bettas need at least a 5-gallon tank. Most people don't know that because they never researched. So I'm sure that's a debatable topic, but I would have to agree with that. I mean, we call this a Betta Fish Mansion, but this is really an ideal home for a betta fish as a Waterbox Cube 4, 7, 10.
Yes, totally. Now the cubes also, we make these tanks in a lot bigger sizes than this, Rich. So, I mean, we go up to a 20-gallon tank.
Okay.
So, very, very, very cool. Look at this thing filling up, man. Also, that you can see how clear the glass is.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing I noticed when I'm looking at the monitor here, Dean. Look at how crystal clear that Starfire glass is. I mean,
very clear.
Unbelievable. Steven says, looks great. James says, it looks so natural. Thank you, guys. Again, we're out here live on Facebook and YouTube. We're doing something a little bit different than we normally do. We're setting up a 7-gallon Betta fish tank.
Yeah, really cool. The Betta Mansion. And I do want to preface that my wife did help me pick out the decorations.
Oh.
So it's got a little bit of a woman's touch here. It's probably why the females are really enjoying this. You can see,
good.
as soon as the water hits the teeth there, Rich, it'll go into the back.
YouTube, can you add some neon tetras?
Only if you had a heater.
Repeat the question.
Yes.
So he's asking, can you add some neon tetras to this tank? I'm assuming he's asking with the betta fish.
Yeah.
Okay.
I said yes. And the answer is you can, as long as you have a heater, because tropical fish actually need some heat. They have to have a certain temperature. As a betta fish, it doesn't really require that.
Saying hello to Mitch. Heather says you're welcome for the design advice. Thank you, Heather. It looks fantastic.
You. Looks great.
Steven says hello. Derek says, hey guys, he's checking in. He'll watch later. Definitely make sure to tune in later if you're not going to watch now.
I mean, this tank has turned out awesome. I know the water kind of pushed the thing here.
Again, we reiterated this a lot, Dean, with the other cube builds that we did here live. What I love about what you're doing right now is it took you
minutes.
I don't know how much, a few minutes to set this tank up. You add some startup products. You can find it in your local fish stores. And your tank's pretty much ready to go.
Yeah, I just went ahead and plugged it in, Rich, the pump. So you'll notice the water moving around a little bit. A little bit of air bubbles in there as we get started. But
Steven says, say hi to Taylor. Hey, Taylor. Thank you guys for joining. We appreciate it. Again, we're live on Facebook and YouTube, whichever platform you prefer. Make sure to like us on Facebook. We're trying to get to 1 million likes. And subscribe to us on YouTube. We're also on Instagram.
So this is very, very cool. So now that we've got this all set, look how, dude, that took me like literally just a couple minutes, Rich.
And you're set up.
To set this thing up.
And now our wonderful little betta fish here is ready for his mansion.
Yes. Look at this guy. He's ready. He's ready. Hold on, I'll come around. Let's show the camera here. Look at this, guys. Can you see this?
That's a beautiful fish.
Look at this fish. Hot. This guy's gonna go right in here. Look at this, buddy. See that? That's your new home. See that? It is. He's excited. He's ready to roll. Look, he's getting all
that
excited.
home is a lot better than that jar he's sitting in.
Listen, I'm telling you, a lot better than this jar he came in. So we'll just get him in here.
JP, shout out to JP. JP says his next tank is the 100.3. That's fantastic. JP, make sure you go back and watch some of our previous live streams that we've been doing. We're doing a live build of the 100.3, which is actually continuing on tomorrow.
Wow. So also, I'm going to talk real quick, Rich, about the food as well.
So Keenan's actually going to give you guys a close-up look of this 7-gallon now with the betta fish in it. So check that out.
Dude.
So natural looking.
It's hot.
And again, I can't get over how clear that glass is.
Super clear. It's like ridiculous. It's that Starfire glass, Rich, that's on there. It's just, I mean, you can't beat it, guys. Man, I always like to wipe it down a little bit.
For those of you just joining us, we just completed building a Waterbox Cube 7 Betta Mansion, as we're calling it. It's a perfect tank for a betta fish.
Yeah.
We did this whole entire setup for less than $130 retail. The tank's $89. We bought the decorations and the fish and a little light. The light that there is on top is actually a Zet light. You don't need something as powerful as that for a tank like this, but you can go on Amazon and buy a little LED light. I think I saw them for like $15.
Yeah, exactly. Also, guys, the food that we're using, the betta food, remember that the fish's eye is the size of its stomach, right? So you don't want to overfeed the betta. So just literally a couple pellets, 1 or 2 little pellets every day is all he needs. You don't want to dump a bunch of food in there. As I said, he's just not required.
Mm-hmm.
So, man, this thing is so nice, Rich. I said, it's clear now. It's going to get even clearer as we go throughout the day.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, really, really exciting. And pretty much, we just built ourselves.
And just like that, you guys can have a 7-gallon betta fish in your home, less than $130. The kids love them. The kids love them. I'm definitely going to get Evan one for sure.
Of course, everybody needs this. I said, and it's inexpensive. So I mean, you could get multiple ones of these, you know, and really just kind of set them up. Neat little biotopes for your betta fish.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I'm super excited how easy that went together. I mean, it was literally just a few minutes.
So Kaylee says, what model is this again? It's the Waterbox Cube 7. Mitch says, how about the fish jumping out of the tank? No cover needed. We don't have covers for these, but
Yeah.
you would know more than me about the Siamese fish jumping.
Usually the betta fish are not big jumpers. I mean, they stay in those little bowls all the time. And I mean, you know, in Asia they live in puddles. You know, so they're just kind of they're used to small environments.
Mm-hmm.
They're not really. I don't consider them jumpers, but.
Yeah.
But you can see him swimming around, man. This guy, he's already checking out his new home. I mean, that's awesome. So super, super awesome. But I said, you could put a couple more fish in with him that are compatible. I said, as long as we went ahead and add a small little heater, you know, like a little 25-watt heater, we could stick that into the back.
And again, you can also go with a larger cube, because our cube, we have a 4-gallon, a 7, a 10, a 15, and a 20-gallon cube. Then our all-in-ones go even larger than that. And again, if you want to purchase one of these cubes, you can go to waterboxaquariums.com.
Yeah.
You can go to a number of our authorized retailers online. Saltwateraquarium.com is one of our premier dealers of these cubes. So check them out online, pick one up. You can start this tank again for less than $130. The tank itself retails for about $89.
Yeah. Also, guys, you'll notice we got some of these wristbands sitting here on the thing. We have these now available. They glow in the dark on our site. If you're interested to be a Waterbox fan, definitely pick some of those up. Also, when we move up to the 10-gallon, Rich, actually now includes filter socks. So it's now another step up in the filtration when we move up to that 10-gallon.
Right,
which is really
includes this little 2.75-inch filter sock here.
Yeah, it's great. Also tomorrow, stay tuned, because Waterbox Live will be with you Wednesday at noon for the MP40. We're going to talk about the Ecotech MP40 that we're hooking up on our 100-gallon tank. Definitely. Let's see. They don't need live in puddles. They live in low, slow-flowing streams, Roan says. Yes. So, guys, we appreciate you checking in with us. I said this tank is probably going to stay set up. Most likely go to Rich's office because he likes it so much. And I think it turned out great. So, and we'll give you some updates on it later on. But definitely, thank you so much for tuning in to Tiny Tuesday, Small Talk Tuesday, where we talk everything Pico and Nano.
Every Tuesday, we'll see you guys at Aquacella, and we'll see you tomorrow live for Waterbox Live.
Appreciate it.